COVID-19 is a disease that is among us. Just like most parts of the world, in Malawi, COVID-19 came with a lot of disinformation and misinformation. The World Health Organization, WHO, recognized that accurate information would be critical in winning the fight against COVID-19 and raised concern about global disinformation and misinformation about COVID-19, mostly visible but not exclusively peddled on social media. There is also disinformation and misinformation against the COVID-19 vaccine. The government of Malawi rolled out COVID-19 vaccine distribution to the general public on 5th March 2021 after receiving Oxford AstraZeneca. The vaccine rollout took place at a time when other countries halted their Oxford AstraZeneca rollout because a study on the vaccine showed that the vaccine offered very little protection against mild infection on a specific variant of the virus that is prevalent in the country. The vaccine rollout in Malawi also occurred amid growing concerns that the vaccine presents a risk of a rare blood clotting disorder among the vaccinated population. These factors, coupled with long-standing misinformation about COVID-19 and vaccines in general, have led to mistrust, suspicion, and misgivings about the vaccine's safety among the communities. This is the case in both rural and urban areas among the educated and illiterate populations. Against this background, the project My Vaccine, Our Protection aims at countering misinformation and disinformation by providing gender-sensitive training and awareness campaigns that will help debunk misinformation, as well as spread appropriate messages about COVID-19 pandemic and vaccination.
The My Vaccine, Our Protection project aims to counter misinformation and disinformation by providing gender-sensitive correct information to address the hesitancy that is there for COVID-19 vaccination. So we are approaching this project in a communitarian perspective. As the name denotes, My Vaccine, but our protection. Our community is expecting protection from us. Whilst we get vaccinated, at the same time as we are protecting ourselves, we are also protecting our community.
The project supplements the government of Malawi's efforts to provide adequate and reliable information about COVID-19 and COVID-19 vaccine. The project's approach relies on 4 pillars: identifying, simplifying, amplifying, and quantifying, which are designed to flag knowledge gaps in the population, present information in a simple manner, promote correct information more actively, and evaluate how effective the interventions have been. In order to achieve the project goal, community leaders like traditional leaders, community journalists, religious leaders, women group leaders, and community influencers were identified for training in Mangochi. They were selected because ordinary people tend to listen and trust information relayed to them through these groups of people. As such, it was necessary to equip these leaders with the right information about COVID-19 and COVID-19 vaccine.
Woman kwathu walero kunali kuti tikomane ndi adindo osiyanasiyana kuti atsogoleri amagulu amipingo atolankhani ndi cholinga chokuti anthu amene wawa tikhale ndithu tiuzane zenizeni ndithu za COVID-19 kuti kodi COVID-19 imatani, komanso tikambirane nkhani zokuti kodi mauthenga athu angafike bwanji mogwirizana ndi chikhalidwe chathu, komanso tikambirane ziwiri zitatu pa nkhani ya mabodza ena ndi ena amene akufalitsidwa amene akupangisa kuti anthu asakabayitse katemera wa COVID-19.
The trainings that we have had aimed at training the media personnel, women group leaders and tradition leaders, as well as religious leaders, so that they have correct information. We believe that these people have influence, a lot of influence on the community perspective. So they're an essential voice in that community. So we decided to train them on the correct information, on the science behind the COVID-19 vaccination, and also on how they can fight misinformation and disinformation, so that we increase the uptake of COVID-19 vaccination.
Taphunzirapo tumina information imene amalandira kuchokera ma social media zopangisabe kuti mwina anthu ambiri asakabayise katemera ameneyo. Choncho kuchokera mu workshop imeneyi ndithudi tikafalisa uthenga umenewo kuti ndithu anthu ambiri ayenera ndithu kulandira katemera ameneyo amene ali wochulukitsa asilikali mthupi la munthu. Komanso taphunzirapo kunena kuti kawirikawiri tikamayenda m'mamizi mwathumo kapena kuwauza anthu tizilemekezanso chikhalidwe cha anthu.
Mmene taphunzirira lero tikafikira anthu athu poyang'ananso chikhalidwe chawo komanso chikhulupiriro chawo chimene iwo ali. Ndiponso taphunzira kuti tikanena zenizeni osati zamaboza zimene zimamveka ma social media kapena pa masamba anchezo osiyanasiyana, komanso chifukwa cha zikhulupiriro zathu mwina anthu amayankhula zinthu zosiyanasiyana. Koma ifeyo ngati atsogoleri a mipingo lero ku Mangochi tikunena kuti chilungamo chake ndichonena kuti anthu amene wakuchimva ndipo amene akufuna ndipo amene akufunira umoyo wake wabwino akuyenera kukabayisa chani katemera wa COVID-19. Zonse zimene zimanenedwa ndi zaboza. Katemera wa COVID-19 ali ngati katemera wina aliyense.
In the same Mangochi district, the project team went in the community with community mobilizers and performers to attract audience for engagement. The audience was engaged on issues to do with COVID-19 vaccine and the pandemic. Through participation, they were given a chance to ask questions which were responded to by health officials that were present.
Katemera wa AstraZeneca, Pfizer, Johnson & Johnson, palibe katemera opya kuposa nzake.
Through Theatre for Development performance, the audience was involved in the play as participants. They were asked questions and responded as they were exploring issues around COVID-19 vaccine and pandemic. TFD performances were designed to entertain, educate, and explore key issues and solutions around COVID-19 vaccine. The community leader from Mapira village, T.M. Ponda, was also given a chance to give his motivation and an example of himself and his wife as the people who were vaccinated, and also encourage others to be vaccinated.
Utenga wa vaccine ine ndili wokondwa kwambiri kuti lero lino wabwera kudera kwanga. Ineyo ndikuwalimbikisa mafumu komanso ndi anthu amene tikuyang'anira madera mwathu pa nkhani ya kubayisa vaccine. Kubwera kwa vaccine kunali zikukambidwa zinthu zambirimbiri zosiyanasiyana kuti munthu akangobayisa ndiye kuti umwalira mwachangu, komanso amafotokozanso kunena kuti munthu ukabayisa makamaka tikayang'ana mafoni zimabwera zinthu zosiyanasiyana zopangisa chiopsezo kuti mwina usabayise. Ine nditaona kuvutika amene ndimavutikira mthupi ndinalimba mtima kuti ndikabayise. Ndipo ndinapita kukabayisa chaka chatha, nabayisa obayisa kawiriyu, nakabayisa kawiri, koyamba nakabayisa palibe vuto limene nakumana lina lilonse. Nakabayisanso kachiwiri palibe vuto limene nakumana nalo china chilichonse.
During community engagement and road shows, health officials escorted the project team. These health officials were able to vaccinate people who showed interest to receive the vaccine after the engagement. The idea was to bring the service close to people and also to provide the right information about COVID-19 vaccine so that some should make a decision to be vaccinated.